text? How come the pastors I've had over the years did not make time to disciple me? Why is it that the elders did not make it a priority to meet with me regularly? It is my opinion that the elders have a huge responsibility in the light of the Bible. They will give account for my soul, for the soul of people below that they're responsible for. Look carefully, objectively. Hebrews 13:17. To me, it's the scariest verse in the whole Bible. None of the elders invited me out to lunch or their office to get to know me personally. I have never had a meeting with the church leaders to discuss my spiritual gifts. I've taken a few spiritual inventories over the years. None said, okay, John, well, come on in. I'm not saying they invite every single church to be written, but somebody that shows initiative and zeal, single man, wants to be in ministry, they did nothing. Z-E-R-O. Never a church leader worked with me to get to the local assembly. And that would have happened these 30 years. I didn't say 3 years or 3 months, 30 years. I could well have become an active leader and been an elder, for God's sakes. I may become a church planter to daughter a church from them, conceivably. I might have started a parachurch ministry with support of their leaders. I would not have needed to stumble around for decades. I would not have needed to flounder and not launch an education nonprofit ministry. It's been my heart and call of God in my life. I would not. This is not only true for me, but for many people that I know personally. They do not have. They too have been loyal church members. They're not led to grow a ministry. At the end of the day, the church leaders are stuck in the past. They see church through the lenses of that they had since the Lord knows 30s, 40s, 50s, maybe 60s. The times have changed. If you hadn't noticed that, Amazon wiped out all bookstores and all other stores. Amazon has come along. YouTube has come along. Google's come along. The iPhone's come along. The church is acting like we're still in the idealistic 50s. Where the ministers are being raised up to move forward into the mobile phone world. I know where a few of them are gathering. They're very few and far between. They're struggling. Why is that not normal to think about how can we reach our people in the community through mobile phones? The businesses are going there. Commercials are going there. But the church is not going there in a significant way. It isn't. It didn't go with the internet well. There's people. I will talk a lot about mobile phones and this and other places. But the church is asleep. It is not even the caboose. It was left behind at the train station. It's not even the end of the line. It's not even in the line. It has a few little things on the web that they reluctantly do. They're not using 5% what they could do. If you go to onthecity.com, they're the only ones who are really leading out in a substantial way to harness the significant technology. And that shows the church planners that some go, wow, some go, oh no, that's just too. Well, fiddly-do. But that's just technology, okay? But the point is, they never discipled me. I've not always been this eager and outspoken and someone say, angry. Oh, you're just so angry. Oh! I wasn't always this way. I really wasn't. They spent no time with me. I was here to serve Christ. I was submitted. I come from an Episcopalian background. Maybe that's too freaky for a Baptist. But I'm to work under submission. I understand the concept. They don't walk it out. People told me, well, John, here you have been unchurched for weeks or years or months. You can join a church. Will you be under authority, under submission, and under protection? Well, I did that, and they did nothing. I had to take the initiative, take an appointment to meet the pastor once a month. Why just sit, listen, pray, say the encouraging word, amazed. Didn't help me really integrate or work it. They had holes they tried to make me to fill, but they didn't really care about me. And I jumped through hoops. I washed more dishes. I did all their rinky-dink stupid things. And when I was trying to go the top dog in 2 minutes, I did all their little silly things. Many times for several churches. Menial jobs. And all they want for people is a bunch of arms and legs, a bunch of dummies, a bunch of robots, a bunch of automatons, a bunch of temp laborers to kind of keep the balls in the air. They're not really wanting to develop and discover who I am. Never had it happen. All people who do it, the significance nowadays are life coaches. You got to pay them $100 an hour. And there's pretty good demand for it. Because the church won't do it. But somebody else is trained to do that. It takes a year to learn to become a life coach. Not 10 years, not 3 years, if that's without theology, without Greek, without Hebrew. That's going to lead these people, seminary graduates, to consider. Enough of that for right now.